Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. Jarrell here.
And I'm Josh, and today we're here to do another From video before the season premiere coming up April 19th. We are definitely ready for this, and we wanted to pump out another video to kind of discuss some things. We have a theory that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, you mentioned from one of our commenters. They also commented on, when we did our breakdown, that the picture where it does show Julie might be story walking, and it showed Boyd in the RV with the gun. I think somebody mentioned that, I mentioned that may have been the time when they were in the RV with Ethan, but then I think a commenter correctly corrected me and said, no, that looks like the time when Boyd was in the RV and he was testing like the silver bullet thing, the silver bullet theory. And I was like, yeah, that is correct. Right. But still, I was excited about that, but I was more excited because it looks like Julie is story walking and seeing that or could it just be a flashback?
Everyone, I love the engagement over the comments because you guys, ladies and gentlemen, like find stuff that we didn't see. Did you see someone pointed a bloody bag hanging from the sign, from the motel sign?
Really?
Did you catch that? I'm going to have to show you. Yes, there is a bag hanging from, I don't know if it's the hotel sign. It could be. Sorry, guys, I forgot to comment. But yeah, there's like a sack hanging and there's blood stains on it.
Interesting. Yeah, because they really don't show the town.
It's an aerial shot. Yeah. It's got people walking on the street and this bag hanging from the sign.
Okay. Interesting.
I have no idea
so I wonder what will that come into play? Like, is it, whose bag that is? Is it a new person?
What's in it?
What's in the bag? Like,
what's in the bag?
What's in the bag? Or could it be an old bag from like a different, a previous season, or
that we just never noticed?
An olden time, and they just put it there, and it's like, try to figure it out.
I mean, I'm going to go along the theory of like, look, we have writing in the barn. Clearly they're messing with them. Maybe this is just another thing that the entities are throwing up and messing with our people.
Yeah. One thing I've always I thought about, which of course wouldn't make sense because it wouldn't go with the theme, but I was always thinking like, they limit technology in the town. Yes, things work without being plugged in. And I'm surprised it hasn't come up with not really with the writers, but I'm thinking more of the characters. Like, I'm surprised they haven't like tried to like find cameras.
They have. Like, Elgin had one.
More like hidden cameras, like security cameras. You know what I mean?
I got you.
To try to put things on the houses to kind of keep
a Ring doorbell.
Yes. Where are the Ring doorbell cameras in from so they can keep watch of what's going on at night? But who wants that night shift, right? Yeah. You have to stay up late and see what's going on.
Well, what's crazy about that?
Ring the bell if there's a problem.
What's his name had a drone?
Oh, Randall. He did have a drone.
Had a drone. Yeah. Did the drone have a cam? Didn't they give us a shot of the drone?
Yeah.
In the drone's POV?
They did. And then it broke or
so we know that like
to
current technology can work within the town if you come with it.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So one cool comment that Josh mentioned was when we were talking about story walking and talking about, Martin and kind of, what was Martin's true purpose? What, was he part of the town? Was he, what was his deal, right? And when we were talking about story walking and how I was really excited that Julie is getting Randall, and I think that there's more with Julie, Randall, and Marielle because they were in the same dungeon area as Martin. But you said the commenter said that they kept Martin chained up to prevent him from story walking. Yeah. And then I said, so they're seeing this as a threat if you're able to story walk, because then you can go to the past to try to figure out the story to try to get out, and the entities don't like that.
Yeah.
So sorry, really quick. The other two people who were chained up next to Martin, who were they? How did they get out?
Yeah.
Yeah. if they got out,
again,
they might have just died.
In the comments and you guys picking up on things, greatly appreciated, because that theory is actually pretty awesome.
It's cool.
Going on that theory, again, if Martin is chained up, then yes, assuming he found out he could story walk.
Assuming, yeah.
What is a way to prevent that from happening is to capture him. The only hole in that theory is that at one point, spiritually, Randall, Marielle, and Julie were chained up in the dungeon.
Yeah, they are like the successors of the three people previously, and that's kind of like how when we were talking about the man in yellow, and Randall, we were talking about, is Randall the spiritual successor of Martin? Yes, Randall got out, but we're kind of trying to correlate our current characters to the people who came before what story are they taking over from the past? Are they part of it, or are they just three different people? Martin is the only one that survived and is chained up. I think we saw the other two people there, maybe skeletons, or maybe they got
like
out.
An arm or something.
Yeah, so it's very interesting to know that if it is a threat, it makes sense. But then it's like, if it was a threat, did they also then inject Martin with the crazy blood thing?
Well, yeah, we don't know the true
so
origins
like
of that.
If he ever gets out, he's still a danger because he's infected. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? But like, you do bring up a good point. First of all, my main question: who chained him up?
Question is who? Is it the man in yellow?
When we first see Martin talking to Boyd, he mentions a threat that was coming.
He did.
They will be here soon.
They will be here soon.
He said something like that. I'm paraphrasing. So something chained Martin up. And so then my next question immediately after that would be then like a little afraid about Julie, right? Because if she starts story walking and they find out that she's story walking,
they can capture her.
Will they capture her too?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's a good assumption, but of course we don't know yet, as you know, then we start getting into the timelines of things. We know that she's successfully able to do it because we have seen a future Julie come back and try to rescue her father. But again, we don't know how far ahead that Julie is compared to where we are now. It could have been a year and she's like, I'm going to cut my hair short. You know what I mean? But I get exactly what you're saying, because if it's a threat, she's bringing herself, she's bringing Randall in. They're like, okay, now there's two potential story walkers. This is going to be a problem. And maybe they'll try to capture them, if they go to the past, try to capture them. And then they'll just be mysteriously gone because they're captured in a portal that nobody else can get in.
So first of all, they did a really good job of kind of futurizing Julie.
They did.
Right?
That was perfect.
We don't know like, oh, hey, that's 10 years down the road, Julie. But just the way they did her hair and made her look different. Obviously, they had to make her look different so that you could tell, hey, this is future Julie.
Yeah, this isn't current Julie.
It would have freaked me out if they had like a 60-year-old Julie.
Yeah, that would have been weird. They'd be like, who is this actress? Like
older up a little bit.
Older up a little bit.
But that would have been awesome.
It would have been cool.
Because then and sad at the same time.
Yeah.
One, because Julie's obviously been in the town for that long.
And been
two, she's been looking for her father for that long. She's been
trying that long.
And I think we referenced that in our last video too.
Yeah. So I do like that concept that the entities see them as story walking threats, that because they're able to, again, from what Ethan mentioned, is that she can't change the story. So that we know. She
says that
we know.
He says that.
So is that still another threat to the entities? That yes, there's a threat that they can story walk, but is it also a threat they could potentially change the story and rewrite history, so to speak,
like a Back to the Future,
hot tub time machine, to change the future, to give them the clues so they can get out.
I
love it.
Is it Don Cheadle in Avengers,
yeah,
where he's like, why can't we just go find baby Thanos? And
and then Paul Rudd's like, so Back to the Future is a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, I love it.
What do you say? Like, and then someone says, first of all, that's wrong.
Yeah, why? Yeah. There was just so much from that trailer that we got in the breakdown. We had so much fun doing it. A lot of pictures, of course.
Yeah. I can't believe you missed that bag. We're going to have to go back.
We're going to have to go back and look at it. Yeah. That's interesting. That's a really cool that, we have the pictures in front of us, but we're just thinking, oh, it was a nice picture of the town. Just nothing much. Like your eyes don't really go there. And some people can actually pinpoint certain things or look at it a little bit longer and say, what is that? Why
Kudos to you, whoever made that comment.
Exactly.
Like, sorry that I'm not calling your handle out here, but yeah, I mean, to look at, come on.
It's cool. I know that I'm excited to get more information of the new father coming into town. I'm really wondering if he's going to be kind of a big presence and maybe a source of enlightenment, source of faith for people that may need it, but also maybe something with Boyd, kind of in connection to Father Khatri. I would love to see Father Khatri still speaking to Boyd. I love seeing that character. I'm not sure if maybe the writers will start to kind of phase that out, and maybe this new father could essentially be the takeover for Father Khatri. So then Father Khatri doesn't necessarily have to come back anymore, because now this new father will give him those insights, those moral insights that, Father Khatri provided. But it would still be cool to see Father Khatri, though.
I hope they don't stop that. I loved the interaction between those two characters, especially the Elgin part, like where he's kind of like, hey, you really want to become this person, like,
you want to cross that line?
And yeah, exactly, dude. I loved that. Yeah. I'm worried about the father because, like, I think we only see a couple shots of him, and then the rest of the shots that we see throughout the trailer are just the nun, assuming that it is a nun.
Oh, the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a trailer, so they're going to cut and paste like they do, but I understand what you're saying. It's kind of along the lines of like, kind of what we went through with like Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead. We meet a new character, and within an episode, they're already gone.
We don't get that much here, though.
Not here in the show, no,
which is nice.
Which is nice because
we develop characters.
Yeah, we develop them and keep them. For at least a season. But no, I mean, I get it. Like most of the characters that we've seen that have died have been, kind of B, C level characters, not too many with the mains. But
I'm just, I think that's one of the things that I like about this show is there doesn't have to be a death, right? There doesn't have to be the threat of it. Just knowing that the entities are there, that the monsters are there. Is enough for me. Now, it is nice seeing them. Yeah. And there's been episodes where we've gone and we haven't seen them at all. Mm-hmm. But again, it's still the story keeps it engaging.
I think, because outside of the threat of the entities and you being ripped apart at night, the other threat is just the psychological warfare of every single person in that town, of what it's doing to them mentally. And, we kind of we got to see a big part of it with Fatima. They really tore Fatima's mind all over the place,
and she ended up more.
And she ended up killing somebody accidentally, but she did. And
I'll take it a step further.
I think we might see more of that, like you said. Yeah,
I'll take it a step further and look what they did to Elgin.
Yeah, that's a good example. He
assaulted a woman.
He didn't kill anyone, but he did do some bad things to Fatima.
Yeah.
What is that noise?
I know. I keep thinking it's a freaking mouse squeaking and it's your chair. You know what it is? Yeah. It's the damn lack of headphones that we don't have on.
That's okay. No headphones today. We can hear each other. Just something different for us.
No,
but anyway, but no, I like you see. Elgin's another good example. He did, during that whole time with Elgin, like he was all being soft and sweet,
which I think he is.
But the underlying tone was evil. But that was because he. I'm sorry. Also, Sarah, she killed her brother.
Obviously,
but
and Jade's friend,
Jade's friend. Yeah, that no one ever knew about. She got away with that one.
Did she though?
She did, because Jade's friend died the night.
But I think it's inferred
Kenny's father died, but they never went. But then they revealed that. She helped kill his father, but they never went back to Jade's friend.
She opened the door.
She opened the door.
And everybody knows that she opened the door.
True.
And his friend was there as like...
Right. They just never referenced the friend.
They never referenced her killing him directly.
Right.
But...
Or the other nurse.
What's interesting about
or the other girl that was there that night too.
What's interesting about that, since we're talking about that, is that we've never really had an interaction between Jade and Sarah. And Jade knows that she opened the door.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be some type of animosity there. Now, maybe not anymore, because I don't see Jade as that type of person that's going to hang on to that.
Yeah, we haven't had Jade and Sarah really interacting with each other.
Yeah.
And he knows that, you know, he wants Boyd to talk to her and find information, but they're never in the same. They're not like, Jade's not going to her and asking her questions.
Yeah.
Which, that is strange.
And she knows a lot.
She knows a lot. And I think there's going to be more with her.
Again,
for sure.
If we just had a regular town hall meeting, put it on your Outlook calendar.
Yeah.
And let's just, Teams meeting.
We need something. Yeah. Maybe not lately.
And everybody talk.
Microsoft is having problems, and Artemis 2 is having Outlook problems. So,
is it really?
Yeah, I think I heard, they have toilet problems. And then I heard that because there was a big 365 outage, they were having Outlook issues.
Jesus. Sorry.
I know. Sorry. We're in the tech industry, so we know about outages, but Microsoft Outlook issues aboard going around the moon, that's insane.
It's possible.
It's possible. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy though?
Yeah.
Did you see everyone freaking out about sorry, we're going off on a tangent, but the Earth picture of the Apollo image looks way better. What happened to our planet? And because
they're both enhanced images.
Yeah, but one of them's dimmer, right?
Yeah.
The new one.
Yeah.
All these years of technology is dimmer than what was Apollo 11 took in, the 60s or 7, whatever. I don't know. Well, what people don't realize is like the Apollo image was taken with the sun hitting the Earth.
Exactly.
This one was taken with moonlight.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little dimmer than the other one.
And one last thing on Artemis, did you hear did you hear the signal that they picked up?
I didn't hear anything about. All I heard was the word aliens were discussed. I didn't hear about what.
No, it said, "All hail Megatron."
All hail Megatron.
Just kidding.
I heard something, but then again, like what
Megatron.
Everyone is like watching this with eagle eyes, and like some people are hoping and are trying to find something, right?
Yeah. They won't release it anyway. Not yet.
No.
Anyway. Back to
very
From.
cool though.
It is very awesome.
A huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
It's glad to see that we're at an age of innovation again, to where we're taking that step, even if it's just going back. Right? They want to build a moon base.
I know they want to build a moon base. They want to possibly harvest materials, but that's harvesting materials from a moon that we actually need to survive. So
they're going to build a moon base. They're going to get on the moon, and then like they're going to be out walking, on the moon, and an entity is going to attack them. And they're going to have to go in their houses.
It's Megatron.
No, from,
yeah. They have to stay in the moon bases,
on the moon.
But the entities have nails, and all they got to do is scratch the moon base, and they're done.
They can't. Not with the moon rocks.
Oh, moon rocks pushes them back.
Yeah, moon rock talismans.
Talismans. All right, cool. Get those moon rock talismans when we're up on the moon. Got to make sure these entities don't follow us. But
I had to bring it back to From.
I know. Yeah. So, what else?
I don't know, man.
We talked a lot. This is kind of more just kind of overall thoughts and kind of a couple comments.
I did see a couple of comments that people are kind of skeptical on your Jim.
That's not him?
The man in yellow morphing into Jim.
Oh, that it's man in yellow? Yeah. You like that?
We'll wait and see.
It doesn't look like him, and they did this on purpose. Like
I think it's a flashback.
His hair's different. His face looks different. Like it doesn't look like him.
What if it's a flashback?
Ethan, if it's maybe it's Ethan's dream, because Ethan is wearing the exact jacket and shirt.
Oh, that's right.
He's wearing the exact jacket and shirt. So unless it's a weird dream from Ethan, I think that when the news comes about that Jim's gone, right? And maybe they haven't found, we're assuming that Boyd and then we're bringing Jim's body back to the church. We don't know. But let's just play devil's advocate.
I got something on that when you're done.
Let's just say that's not Jim's body. Let's say they haven't gone out to the RV area yet to look to see where Jim is. I'm just thinking it was the man in yellow, because if he can morph, then he's doing it to, pretend to be Jim, because no one saw him die other than future Julie. So if the man in yellow can turn into Jim, they're not going to know. So he can pretend to be him from that shot that Ethan's hugging him, and it doesn't look like him. And then he can mess with them psychologically from the inside, and he can use that to gain more information from Tabitha and Jade as to what they're learning to gauge how much they've learned about and kind of revealed.
Yeah, a couple things on this. The man in yellow we see without his clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Doing something weird with his body. His clothes are found by our group.
Yep.
Why do you do that? Right? Because he needed to change his identity.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing is imagine, let's assume that that he did turn into Jim, and that scene with Ethan happened. Imagine what that does to Ethan mentally, right? You saw your father alive. Everyone in town is telling you that your father's dead.
Right.
That's horrible.
It's horrible.
And we know that they're telling him that he's dead because we get the scene of Ethan running out into Boyd's arms and Boyd stopping him. Another thing that I want to discuss is, dude, I think Jim's in the pool.
Well, we also
everyone's looking in the pool, dude.
Well, that's the thing. Like we're going off of theories here, so it's like, but again, how would the town know that Jim's dead without seeing evidence? Because we saw we saw Tabitha breaking down crying in the barn. And we were assuming maybe they're looking at Jim's body. Maybe
that's true.
Jim's body.
I forgot that we assumed
Jim's
that.
body was placed in the barn with knowledge comes at a cost. You know, we're theorizing here. We're kind of playing devil's advocate, both, yes and no. So it's like if the town knows that Jim's dead, and then Ethan sees him alive and runs to him, hugs him, and it's the man in yellow. Like, how would that? But
dude,
that would be creepy. But no one ever saw him die. So how they have to get evidence to know that Jim is dead.
What if the man in yellow is morphing into multiple dead Jims and presenting himself all over he's dead in the barn. He's dead in the pool.
Yeah.
It's not possible. I'm just saying, like, either there's multiple people dying, which we do have confirmation that multiple people die. There's two graves.
Yeah.
So there can be a body in the barn. There can be a body in the pool.
And there can be the body Boyd and then bringing back. We were just assuming
it was Jim.
It's Jim, but we're just assuming this, as you guys know. It's going to mess with us because that's going to really stick with me now, because it's like, okay, if the man in yellow can shapeshift and if he did turn into Jim, then what is Tabitha frantically crying about then if it's not Jim? If they're assuming Jim's alive because the man in yellow turned into Jim, or here's another theory. Maybe the man in yellow turns into Jim and he goes with the hoax for a while and then he's done with the hoax, and maybe he sets himself up to be killed and then they find the real Jim's body. What's
the phrase he said? The next part coming up is my favorite part. Didn't he say that?
Yeah, he's like the next part. What comes next, or I'm excited for what's next, or the next part's my favorite, or something.
I think he says my favorite.
Yeah.
Is his favorite morphing into someone and pretending to be someone?
That could be.
Like it's a game for him.
That's what he does. That's what he does all along.
Not that he's killing everyone.
Right.
That he becomes one of them.
Yeah. And then when he's done with them, he presents the real body of them being dead. And
maybe he doesn't.
And that's what Tabitha and them find, and she's bawling her eyes out.
Which then adds to another mystery of, has he done it before? Has one of our people been him?
From this season. From
any season.
From this season, yeah. Or from the past.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh. Now you're going to be thinking, who is acting kind of weird? Like, yeah, that's messing with me, is that shot, because again, like I mentioned, that is Ethan wearing the same exact, I think it's a yellow t-shirt and a gray hoodie. Same thing. So, and just the look on Jim is just, they made him look just different. The hair, the face. So yeah. So maybe he hides the body of Jim, the real Jim, for a while until he's done messing with them, and then he reveals the truth.
Oh, dude. He becomes Jim, right? And for let's just say a good 3/4 of the episode, he's pulling it off. People are like, "Oh, hey, Jim, hi." He's,
maybe Tabitha
finds the body in the barn.
Yeah. Or she picks up on
Jim's standing 40 feet away.
Yeah.
And then he reveals himself to the whole town, unmorphing out of Jim in front of everyone.
But he's going to be naked. He doesn't have his yellow suit.
Oh.
He'll just be in his underwear.
Skivvies on.
Yeah, his underwear and very pale skin. Yeah. But because you even said how insane that would be when he reveals himself to be the man in yellow from morphing out of Jim or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like... That'd be
it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
it's gonna be nuts.
I don't know what's gonna happen, and that's the thing, guys. Is like it's
all speculation until we see it.
Yeah.
But it's cool to talk about it. You guys hear our wild theories, and my crazy mind goes astray because I'm thinking of one way, then I'm like, oh, then you mentioned something. All right, now I got to pivot and think of let's go this direction and see what that would be. But from the trailer, there really wasn't a lot of. There wasn't a ton of misleading and misdirection, but there was some. Like,
you're saying that because you don't know.
I don't know if I missed anything, but from what we saw and what we talked about, the misleading stuff was, number one was Jim.
Yeah,
is that the real Jim? Who are the bodies and who are the bodies they were burying? Who's the body that Boyd and them were bringing back? What's going on? What's going on in the old settlement? With the doll people, the big dolls. Oh, when I was editing the video, you know who else was in there? Ellis was in there. Tabitha and Ethan were in there.
Ellis, Tabitha,
Ethan, and a couple other people were in the settlement.
Tabitha was in there?
Yeah. Because I found
and Ethan was in there?
Yeah. So like when I was looking at the trailer, I saw the shot and I was like, oh, when Ellis was like jumping forward when it was breaking through the wall, Tabitha and Ethan were right there.
You think that's because Tabitha? You think that's the scene after the discovery of Jim, okay? And Tabitha needs to get Ethan out of that town.
Maybe because like
needs to separate him from the death of his father.
Because Ellis is there, and a couple other people were there.
Yeah,
yeah. And then they get attacked by doll people.
So Elgin was there?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, Ellis.
I think I said I knew Ellis was there.
Yeah, Ellis was there. Yeah, because they mostly showed him, but then it was like we saw it like in the corner. It was kind of blurry because of the fast action shot, but it was like Ethan was like sitting in Tabitha's lap, like she was like holding him. But yeah, they're there too. So that's interesting. And did I see Jade in that shot? I don't know if Jade was there. I don't think Jade
it would
was
shock me if Jade and Tabitha are not around each other more.
Yeah.
Not because of the romantic part, more because they realize that their story
are intertwined
is important to what's going on.
Yeah. Both their stories are intertwined together in a sense.
So much so that they discover the phrase in the barn together. I mean, Jade may have discovered it before. I think that's when he goes out and says, "I have to show you something."
Yeah,
I don't think he's showing her Jim's body.
No, because we saw Julie and Ethan go to the barn too. So that could have either been before or after. But yeah, so
that's interesting.
That is interesting.
Where's Julie? Are they going after Julie? Did Julie run off because of the death of her father?
True. Yeah.
Yeah,
there's a lot. I mean, it's this whole settlement thing is going to be interesting.
This first episode, dude, is going to be insane. We only get one.
I haven't looked it up.
The first week?
Yeah, let us know, guys. We'll look it up too, but let us know.
I'm getting mixed up.
If they're doing anything like other shows, like they release like the first 2 episodes on premiere night or not.
Yeah, that's what The Boys did. The Boys final season's coming up next week.
Nice.
And they released the first 2 episodes. So that's what is confusing me.
Yeah. So yeah, we got to get MGM Plus. Hopefully they have a no ads thing as well. So definitely get that.
Yeah.
We could pay a little more, but we have to because fuck ads. But yeah. I don't think there's much else right now.
We
just want to have a quick discussion.
Honestly, we could probably keep talking about it. But you know, I mean,
there's So
I could keep going. It's just and that's what makes this show so great is there's so much. And they ending it one more season. I've heard.
I haven't heard that.
I thought I heard that.
No, have they said anything that they're winding down to close the show out? I haven't heard anything yet. Again, we're not openly out there trying to look for stuff, but I haven't heard of anything.
Maybe
like
not. Right. I mean, it depends on how popular the season is.
Maybe it's just rumors of people like how much more are they going to go? You know what I mean? Like with any show, it's like how much longer? But
I'm sorry, when you add a story walking or time jumping element into it, you could endlessly go.
You can pull people in. Yeah. As long as you do it right.
Yeah.
As long as you do it right. I know these are executive producers of Lost, and I wasn't a big fan of Lost. I was maybe the first season or two, and then I lost interest. And then I didn't finish the show, but I heard how the show ended, and I wasn't really a fan of it. But this is not Lost.
Well, we know they're
different.
not in purgatory. Isn't that spoiler alert? Isn't that the big thing? They were in purgatory. Isn't that how it ended?
They were. Well, there was like a time travel thing. They were all
in
dead.
Lost.
They were all dead.
Yeah, they were all dead.
Yeah, they were all dead. And it was like a time travel weird thing.
Too.
Yeah.
Dead this whole time.
Yeah.
We know that our group's not dead because Tabitha went back.
Tabitha went back.
Yeah.
Well, do we? Was that really Massachusetts?
Okay. All right.
Did she really talk to her mom on the phone?
We're going to go there.
Yeah.
I would like to hope so.
I think it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing that we talked about before about good and evil and how we're talking about the man in yellow seems evil, the boy in white seems good. She's only a select few can see the boy in white. And the crazy thing that happened was Tabitha saw the boy in white outside of the town, in the real world. So he could follow certain people, and it's just a vision of him, but he's able to manifest himself to people in the real world outside of the town. I think there's something there with that.
Yeah.
For Tabitha anyway. Has Jade seen the boy in white?
I don't know, but he can see the children.
He saw the children, yeah. I don't think he saw the boy in white, though. I know Ethan saw the boy in white. Victor saw the boy in white.
Tabitha saw the boy in white?
Yeah, Tabitha, definitely.
Oh, yeah, because she saw him in Massachusetts.
Yeah, and he led her to the lighthouse and pushed her out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we can keep going, but my biggest takeaways, what I'm really excited for, I'm excited for the season, of course, but my biggest thing is definitely the story walking with Julie, bringing in Randall, more with Boyd to see what's going on with him, to see how he's dealing, how the town, if they tell the town about everything that happened that night with Fatima and what Boyd saw, and just more of unraveling the mystery of them trying to figure things out and dealing with the new threat, which is the man in yellow. Mm-hmm. He's bringing himself there now, and he's like, they're getting closer. I have to do something about it before they get too close.
Well, the threat also is knowledge, right? They know more about this town based upon what Fatima says. Mm-hmm. I am more looking forward to the Fatima piece and what Boyd's plan is going forward on. I think he's in a bad position because I think he realizes now that there truly is no way out of this. There's no way for them to kill these things. And that was always we can either get out of this town somehow or we can eliminate the threat. And eliminating the threat is no longer an option for Boyd. And so what happens next? Where does Boyd go next? That's what I'm looking forward to. It's one of the top things I'm looking forward to. Obviously, other than what you said. I mean, everything I'm looking forward to.
Everything. I'm kind of hoping that, he does still try to see if he can eliminate the threat. I think in other ways, but it could come at a cost, because if you eliminate another one, you could get the same thing happening to someone else that happened to Fatima.
Kill all the women in town.
Right. Well,
I'm not saying I want to.
Right. You never know. He could do it to a man.
Okay. Sure. Maybe. I'm sure.
But I know exactly what you're saying. Like, it's, does he stop? Does he basically say, we try to kill one, it can't be killed, we can't do anything else? And maybe someone else, like I could see, like maybe the other Acosta, the girl, the cop, to try to be aggressive and be like, let's try something else then.
She freaks out. Something's going on with her.
She's a hothead. She's of course. Hothead. Yeah.
But I just keep going back to and there's also like we seem to have dropped the hey, let's capture one idea. Remember, that was Boyd that originally brought it up.
Yeah.
Ellis was temporarily in, like they were going to do it.
Yeah.
Randall was eventually brought in at one point.
Yeah. Donna saw it.
And then boom, nothing.
Yeah.
It just dropped.
Yeah. Because, yeah.
I know, but still, that would be an awesome scene.
It'd be nice for them to do it, to really, I mean, they did have one, but it didn't turn out. It's like, it just depends if they're going to stop trying. If they're just going to, assume defeat and say, yeah, we can't kill them because they'll just come back to life. Or maybe they can, but it's in a certain way that they don't know yet. Maybe they are able to.
What?
But no one ever figured that out. That's why the entities are still around.
But I feel like it's not hard to
Right.
feel like it's not hard to figure out what happens when they come out in daylight.
I'm assuming they would
burn up
like vampires.
We're assuming they're vampires.
Well, just
burning
up like a vampire?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just bring them all out. They're sleeping down there.
Oh, so go down there as they're in their catatonic state.
Are they in a catatonic state?
Because we've seen them down there and they're sleeping. So can you grab them and just pull them out?
But we've also seen Victor go down there and they're wide awake in their character form, saying, "You keep coming down here." It's weird, dude.
Maybe they
really
come out.
Weird.
Maybe we know that they potentially have a sense of time because maybe they awake at dawn or
you've heard Victor reference.
Well, not dawn.
They will awake soon.
They will awake soon.
Yeah.
So they are sleeping, but can you go down there and move them, and they won't wake up because it's not their internal clock is not ready to wake up yet.
You also remember when what's his name? Kenny wanted to just wreak havoc on them.
He wanted to burn them out. He wanted to burn them out.
Fire.
Yeah,
yes,
dude.
But again, so like, I'm just curious to see as we move forward through this, how does Boyd and the survivors combat the threat against them? Because,
Yeah, they have to keep talking. They have to keep trying. I don't think they're done trying, but
I don't think
they're
so
going to be
either,
scared too because they're like, well, if we do this, will they go after Fatima again or another woman? Like to just breed?
Well, if she didn't go down to the room, it would have never happened. She would have died because, of course, she was doing things to her body and not giving her body the nutrients that she needed. But it wasn't. She didn't fully become pregnant until she went into that room.
She was. I would say she was close, but being in the room allowed them to control the situation.
No, because you remember, like when she was out of the room, it was almost like a reverse pregnancy. She felt it, but she wasn't showing it. Remember, they even did the ultrasound. Nothing in there. Her stomach sucked in.
That's right. It wasn't until the room where then we saw her.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Now, again, I think eventually if she had not gone in that room, it would have killed her.
So Smiling Man.
But she wouldn't have had the...
So Smiling Man would have potentially died.
I don't know.
Yeah, we won't know.
I'm just saying, like, the actual birth of the entity didn't happen until
then. Yeah. So
it's a choice.
It's a choice. Yeah. Interesting. So
I don't know.
We'll have to see. So let us know your thoughts, guys. Let us know what you're most excited about. Let us know if anything else that we missed in the trailers. If you're in line with some of our theories or just little takes on the theories that we presented. But we're all going to be finding out soon how this is all going to go down.
Yeah.
Very, very soon.
I think we've tried to end this video 3 times now.
We did. We're ending it now. Okay? So, anyways, let us know your thoughts, and we will, if this is our last video, we will see you during the reactions. If not, we'll try to get one more in, but I think we're pretty close. So,
we're close.
We'll see you soon. I'm Jarrell.
I'm Josh.
We're NocBro Nation.
We're out.